Well, it's a good thing I'm all caffeined up and ready for this one. We have learned two really important things today. One, temper your expectations. Two, never trust a Japanese gaming journalist. Before we get going though, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. So the announcement has come out. Some of us have probably seen it. For those who haven't, Sega have announced that they are working on a system called Fog Gaming, which in essence is having the ability to stream arcade games at home. For those who don't know, the Japanese gaming scene in Japan is still major business, much bigger than it is in the West, where it's been relegated mainly, in the UK especially, to seaside attractions. It's hard not to be disappointed at this announcement. For many people, we thought we were going to get some sort of partnership with Microsoft, maybe a new console announcement, maybe a new mini console, the mini Sega Saturn, the mini Sega Dreamcast. Although Sega did announce a new mini console, which we'll get to shortly, which is completely missed the mark, but still. So delving into more details about this arcade gaming service, it's being dubbed Fog Gaming. So we've got the cloud, we've now got the fog. Soon we'll have the mist, the sunshine, the light breeze, the heavy drizzle. Why it's called Fog Gaming, I don't know. It's not been announced why it's called Fog Gaming. Perhaps it only works at certain times of the day, depending on weather conditions. We'll have to wait and see. But Sega have promised incredibly low latency, which is essential when playing arcade fighting games. Instead of games being stored on a computer or system, Fog Gaming will make use of the actual arcade hardware. Which, okay, does that mean it's one person use at a time? Is it capable of having multiple users using the same system at the same time? Doesn't really make much sense. But it seems to me that this is a reaction to the coronavirus outbreak. It's a way for arcades, which are probably not open at the moment in Japan, to still have a customer base. There's no details whether this will be a subscription service, pay-as-you-play system. It's still very early days, but it's highly unlikely due to latency that we're going to see this in the West. Is there really much of a market for it in the West? I don't really think so. I don't really think there's much of a market for it in Japan, to be honest. It's really hard not to be disappointed by this announcement. After a week now of expecting grand things from Sega, we get Fog Gaming. Now, to be honest, that's not Sega's fault. This whole situation has been riled up. There's that word again, riled up by gaming journalists, by YouTubers, and I think it speaks more to the issues that Sega are having as a company. They seem to be incredibly afraid of taking risk. Ever since the failure of the Dreamcast, the Sega Saturn, Sega have been really afraid to take risks in bold moves within the games industry, to the point where they're even afraid to develop their own IPs. Recently they've been farming them out to other developers to make sequels, Sonic Mania, Streets of Rage 4, and I thought that after the success of the Mega Drive or Genesis Mini, Sega would have been G'd up to do something else, which now takes us on to the second story, the Game Gear Mini, which for those of you who haven't seen, is a tiny itsy bitsy Game Gear. So it will come in 4 colours, each containing just 4 games. 4 games. And retailing at a price of around £40, which is incredible. £40 for 4 Game Gear games on a tiny 1-inch screen. Stunning. And we now know that the next pandemic, once we finally get through all this coronavirus stuff, will be a legion of gamers who have crab-like claw hands playing on a 1-inch Game Gear. See, the thing is, a micro Game Gear would have been, or Game Gear Mini, would have been an incredible console to have if they did it properly. Not make it so ridiculously small. Include more than 4 games. It would have been a brilliant way to follow up the Mega Drive Mini, but this just seems to be a novelty. So what do you think about the announcements that Sega made? Are you excited? Are you happy? Are you fulfilled? I'm certainly not. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what you see, guys, don't forget to share it, and I will catch you next time.